Hey guys, this is Mr. Dr. Macintosh, again with the iPad 2. In my previous video, I showed you some different features that the iPad 2 has. In this video, I would like to show you my top 5 iPad apps that also work with the iPad 2, obviously. Unfortunately for some people, Angry Birds is not on this list. I have it on my iPad, but honestly, it is not the greatest game. I'm sorry. But for those of you who do have an iPad right now, you might want to listen up. So, my number 5 app is Rage HD. And Rage is an interesting app. It's actually a game. It costs $1.99 on the App Store. Yeah, like I said before, it's kind of strange, but it's a shooter game, and so yeah. What's cool about this game is that you can change the controls from a touchpad to a virtual window, which is actually one of the coolest things, which I'm going to show you. A gyroscope, which is using the built-in gyroscope in the iPad, and tilt using the accelerometer. So we can start out on touchpad, and I'll just show you a little snip. You go like this, and like I said before, it's a shooter game. Where you're pretty much killing these guys, and it takes you around these levels where you fight. You could dodge, shoot. It's pretty fun. It's one of my favorite first-person shooters on the app on the iPad. It's pretty well done. I'm just gonna let myself die here. So yeah, it's a pretty good game, very well designed. You'll get some use out of it. But the most amazing thing about this app is actually the virtual window. And to do this, let me just change the camera view. Okay, so right now I'm in virtual window mode, and this is how it's played. You go like this, you turn around as if you're actually in the game. I think that's really cool. Honestly, I could turn around right now, but then you wouldn't actually be able to see what I'm doing. So it works really well. You can actually live. You don't have to do what I just did and die. But the point is, you can move around pretty easily, and it's as if you're actually in the game. And it's 360 controls. You can turn around the entire way, but once again, I wouldn't be able to show you. But yeah, it works really well, and that's one of the coolest things about this game, is that it has that capability. So yeah, and that's Rage HD. Okay, so that was Rage with the virtual window. Very well created game. Pretty fun. There's kind of a campaign, but it's mostly one of those games where you go around and shoot things. Very entertaining. I like it a lot. That's $1.99 on the App Store. Number 4 of top apps for the iPad is Terra. Now, this app was in my previous video with the iPad, but now I'm going to go a little more in-depth with it. The thing about Terra is it's a browser for the iPad, free by the way, and it takes the place of Safari. Safari by itself goes a little faster with the new processor in the iPad 2, but it's not as fast as Terra. Also, some key things to note: doesn't have tabs, has window changes and bookmarks, and an emailing option and a printing option, and that's essentially Safari. But Terra takes it a step further, where you can add tabs, as many as you want. Another cool thing, which I just did there, is full screen mode, where you can hit here and everything just disappears. and except for the bookmarks that you might have. You still have the emailing option and the bookmarks, refresh page, the Google search bar there, and then you have settings, which takes you into some settings that Terra has that are also more in-depth than original Safari. So I like this app a lot. You can switch between tabs pretty easily, and it's a pretty good app to have. In my opinion, takes the place of Safari very easily. So that's Terra. My number 3 on the App Store is Pandora, also shown in my other video. Here, it's free on the App Store, and I'm sure many of you have already heard of it, but it's essentially an app where you type in your favorite song, artist, composer, whatever, and it'll come up with a bunch of songs that you would like. And you have all of these radio stations that are the song, composer, artist that you type in. And when you play it, it comes up with music that you would like that have something to do with the thing you typed in. You could play, you can like it, you could dislike it, and it'll change its preferences based on what you do. You can skip. The free version, you can only have 6 skips. I find that that's not really a problem because most of the music that they give you is actually pretty good. So that's Pandora. And also it works in background mode, just like with your normal music. That was shown in my other video as well, but yeah, I like it a lot. And when you play it, it'll come up here and you can hit play to resume, change the volume, skip, whatever. Okay, my number 2 choice is Skype. So the iPad itself comes with FaceTime, and FaceTime is a good app, and when you go in the background you can still talk, and that's really cool. But as you may know, FaceTime is only available on Snow Leopard computers, and I think that is obnoxious because many of us don't have Snow Leopard, including myself, so not many people have FaceTime, and those who do have Snow Leopard don't use FaceTime, and other people who even have iOS devices that have FaceTime available don't even use FaceTime. So Skype is something that everybody already uses, and you can sign in just like you normally would. It's an iPhone app, as you can see, so you're gonna have to double the size here. You can talk to people, you could chat, you can voice talk, and you can video chat. I've done it before, and I can personally say that it works pretty well, and it's the best way to go from an iOS device to a computer. I like it a lot, and that's free on the App Store. And although it's not specifically an iPad app, it works very well on the iPad, and the video chat is amazing. My number 1 app is a slightly complicated app, but it is my favorite. It's called iTeleport. It was originally called Jadu VNC, and it is a desktop sharing application. It's very expensive. It goes for, I think, $19.99 on the App Store, somewhere around there. It's pretty expensive, but it is well worth it. Essentially, what it does is it allows you to connect to your computer anywhere, so long as your computer is on a Wi-Fi network and it's on, pretty much. So I have a Mac, so I'm gonna hit Mac. So it says, on your Mac, visit this website and download iTeleport. I have done that already, and I'm not gonna get into the things you need to do on your Mac or PC or anything in order to set up iTeleport. But yeah, the way I originally did it, it was pretty in-depth and complicated. I don't know if there's a new version out that has changed things, but yeah, you can download iTeleport on your computer as well as Vine server I used, and they go hand in hand. If you have any trouble with iTeleport, let me know and I can make a tutorial on it, as it is a little confusing. But anyway, assuming that I already set mine up, I would go to Discovered, and this is my computer. And so I would hit Connect up here. And my computer, I didn't actually put a password on the VNC, so I should just be able to connect. And then it shows this cool thing right there and loading screen. And that is the screen of my computer right now. Okay. And it's cool because you're essentially using your computer from your iPad. You can do anything you normally would. Bring up the dashboard. That's the Vine server that I connected to. This is what my desktop looks like with Jadu. You can click things, you can open things. Really doesn't matter. So yeah. X things. I found that it was pretty useful in getting documents that I might have forgotten, or just connecting to my computer from from far away in case I needed something. You can open up apps that are native to your computer on this. I wouldn't recommend it fully because it does lag a little bit, but it works very well. There are a couple of modes you could go into. You could use this to type something in, so if I were in Word, for example, I would be able to type things in Word and essentially control my computer. You have the Shift button and the Apple button up here in case you need to use those for hotkeys. You have settings, which you could change depending on what you want. They control the application Jadu. So pretty easy to connect once you have everything set up already, which again is not too hard, and I'm near certain that there's been a more recent update in which you might not even have to use Vine server, and there are some easier things to do. So if you want this app or you have this app but you're not sure how to use it, send me a message and I will make a tutorial on it. So yeah, that's my #1 app. I find it really useful and really fun also. So that was my top 5. Come back to visit my channel for more videos on Android devices, Mac devices, cameras, and really anything that you want me to post about. So thanks for watching.